I wanted to give an example in line with what she said about helping people change behaviors. A few years ago, we had an outbreak of anthrax in the country, and it came through hippos. A lot of hippos started dying, and as we are saying, source of protein. People found red meat, which they could easily access. So they were eating, and people started getting sick. So the initial stage was to tell them to stop eating that meat because it's what was bringing them the problem of anthrax. But you know what the people had to do? Some of them actually started burying the meat, and they were pretending that they've stopped consuming the meat, but they were burying the meat. Yeah. So it took more than just telling them to stop, but working with the communities for them to appreciate the dangers involved, so that they eventually were able to change their behaviors, and then they even led the health workers to places where they had buried the meat. So helping communities change behaviors should be more than just telling, but engaging in dialogue. Like you've said, helping them understand what is it we are dealing with and what are the effects of what is available and how can we work around it, so that they even propose solutions and we work together with the communities.
In Ghana, it's quite understandable. People are quite educated, so when you say stop, they ask for reasons and then people can stop it or even minimize. Okay. When you get to the very rural setting, it is quite difficult to tell them just stop, because that's the only source of protein. So how can you deal with this? Is it going to tell them that are you going to scare them to stop, or you are going to be frank with them, let them understand why at this point in time there is the need to stop it? Or if all ways are failing, how best can we cook it such that we can avoid the disease? So in our communication, these are the things that we are doing. Questions come up each day. If you say we should stop, what are the alternatives that you have for us? For example, when there is death, you don't even see your relative who is dead. All you see is the person is buried. How do I believe that the person is dead and you just buried the person without me knowing that there are burial practices that we need to take the person through? Okay, so in that sense, when a person is sick, then I rather keep the person in the house, give the best care I can. When the person dies, I see the person myself. We do the burial practices and things, and then we bury the person, and we keep spreading the disease. Okay, so what I think was at a point lacking was very good communication of what the risks are when a person is even dead, and you, the community, want to take the person to bury the person. This needed to be communicated to them so that they make a decision that once the person dies, it's even a risk for us to come close. But once you make a choice for the community that this is what is good for you and that is what I'm doing for you, then they will not even report when there is a case.